This is BBC Radio 2, where anything might happen, probably will, during the next 30 minutes. We're on 433 and 330 metres medium wave and on stereo VHF. And now, here is the weather forecast. Here are a few football results, and here are some amazingly obscene photographs. Well, that's all from me. The next programme will start in half an hour. But in the meantime, here is a long, unpredictable procession of the silliest jokes on radio, and you have 1 second in which to switch off. Too late, it's wit's end. Yes, it's Wits End, the panel game implicating 3 comedians and the chairman who'll be at his wits' end, Lance Percival.
Hello, and thank you, Richard Clegg, the BBC announcer who stalks abroad on the airwaves, but has never managed to catch one as yet. Also, he's switched off all the viewers just now. The listeners, thank goodness, no. So welcome to Wits End, Radio 2's answer to sleeping tablets. It's hard, tasteless, and difficult to swallow. Nevertheless, will you meet 3 glasses of water, together with Dave Ismay, Mike Newman, and Kenny Smiles? Now, briefly, what we do is this. I give them a number of clues to the 3 fellas in order for them to guess a hidden object. The sooner they do it, the more they can score. They start at 10 and work down according to the number of clues they get through. And to let you know when they're after points, you'll hear this sound. That was Kenny Smiles' buzzer.
Hello, Lancelot.
Hello, Kenny. Let's see how it works with object number 1. If you put headphones on, fellas, I shall be able to tell everybody what the first object is. Those at home and those here in the studio audience who want to know. And the first object is socks, as in I trust this team have washed their socks. No doubt they have, so I'll wait for them to take their headphones off, and the first clue will go to Dave Ismay. And Dave, your clue is long ones might reach your knees.
Midgets.
Just shows you how far off you are.
Midgets can give you a very nasty suck around the kneecap. Long ones can reach your knees. Midgets.
Midgets is close, but not close enough. So we'll go on to Mike Newman. Your clue is...
Because you know Ronnie Corbett was going to be on this show tonight, talking to midgets. But his wife left the house early, he couldn't reach the doorknob.
Shame. Especially when he's in Australia. Now, Mike, your clue is there are special ones to take to bed.
Yes, indeed. Well, I'd like to start off by singing the Irish national anthem. Sing something simple. Well, now, it's funny you say that because I have a special pair of pajamas for going to bed with.
Yes.
They're like blue ones with pink tops on them. And, they keep me awake, actually, more than anything. What are we talking about exactly?
There are special ones you take to bed.
Oh, well, yes,
That's the
well,
clue.
good.
It seems pointless, with ladies when they buy these night dresses, these long night dresses that go to the floor when all they're going to keep warm is their neck. Amazing. Just a thought.
My wife wears pretty panties to keep her ankles warm.
It's getting close now, so we'll go on to the next clue. Your clue, Kenny, is they can be small, medium, or large.
Socks.
Yeah,
I tell you what, I got a cracking gag. I have. It's a good gag. This fella, this couple got married, you see, and she had terrible bad breath. And his feet used to smell. So he thought he'd give her a treat. She went in the bathroom on the first night and he scrubbed his feet, put some talc on them, got into bed and he said, "Oh, don't tell me, you've eaten my socks."
2 points for a joke that's already been cracked. All right, go on to Mike.
There's a couple of fellas come up out of the sewer. They're working in the sewer. This fella says, "I'm not working with Jim's yet." The foreman said, "Why?" He says, "Breath smells."
Medium from the audience. Give him another point. Sorry, go on. All right, let's try another object. Put your headphones on again, fellas. You've got 8 points for that anyway, Kenny, so nothing to worry about. So, Dave, if you put the headphones on, I shall be able to tell everybody the next object is over, as in I shall be glad when this show is over. So the first clue is going to go to Mike Newman. And your clue is it's what's left when everything else is gone.
The hole in the middle of a polo. Only help him, Mike. Only help him.
I didn't say that, did I?
I saw an advert in the paper. I was looking for a car and it said, Rolls Royce in mint condition. And when I got there was a big hole in it.
Well worked on. 2 points each to Dave and Kenny. Yes, no, sorry, Mike, we were interrupting your thinking there.
No, I wasn't thinking about anything, really.
No.
I mean, sometimes I sit and think, and sometimes I just sit.
And this evening is the latter.
I mean, I
All
can
right.
read reading, but I can't read writing.
Give him a couple of points for trying. On we go with Kenny Smiles. It goes with a coat as your clue.
Does it? Old paint, if you put more paint on it, it goes, doesn't it? And I tell you what, there was this Irish fella, and he had a job painting the white lines down the middle of the road, didn't you, Mike? Got a job painting the white lines, and on the first day, he painted 1.5 miles. And on the second day, he only painted 1 mile. And on the third day, he only painted 0.5 mile. And the foreman said, hey, you painted 1.5 miles the first day, 1 mile the second day, and only 0.5 mile the third day. Why is that? He says, well, it's a long walk back to that tin of paint.
Give him another 2 points.
Stop
No,
paint.
give us a clue.
Your clue. After it's what's left when everything else is gone, it goes with a coat. Your clue, Dave, is it's usually finished after 6.
I normally finish after about 4. On a good night. No, I know I'm getting drunk when my partner's face is blurred. I think the overcoat has done its over, isn't it?
Over it is.
Six
Over it
balls.
6 balls. Try that.
Overcoat.
You get 8 points, and if anybody can use the word over in a joke, you'll get some more.
Well, cricket, over.
Over, right, cricket.
Warwickshire have just signed Dracula. They think he'll make a very good bat.
All right, 2 points for that. Kenny.
There was a cricket over, and the fellow went to the doctors. He said, I got a cricket ball stuck in my ear. And the doctor said, how's that? He said, only you start.
Because my dad, you know, he used to be a policeman. Then his eyesight started going, so he became an umpire. You know.
2 for a point. Kenny Smiles.
I tell you what, it was cold this morning. I went in the wardrobe, and my suit was wearing my overcoat.
Give him a point, and we'll also give 3 points to Mike Newman for saying nothing, which is
Do you
wise.
remember? No, I was just thinking. Do you remember when that? That's the best way with Mike. No,
Sorry, Dave. Go on.
no. Do you remember at Lord? I think it was only about a couple of years ago when that streaker ran on the pitch. Do you remember that? And jumped over the bails. And the paper said it was the first time they'd ever seen 3 bouncers in one delivery. It was.
Give him another couple of points. And without any more ado, it's time for a quickie round in which I offer up a plain old straightforward expression, and the chaps do their utmost to gain points by thinking of a solution to the expression or an answer to it.
When did we get to the song bit? I quite enjoyed that bit.
Yes, well,
The
not for a
music
while.
and everything, you know.
Yes, well, just in a while there, mate.
All right.
Just
Like
hold
a
on a
tune
second.
instead.
Now, here's the first quickie. Fingers on the buzzers. It's white and goes up. Dave.
Cliff Richard's Halo.
Yes, I'll give you
The
a couple.
Singing Nun.
That's 4 points altogether. All right, Kenny Smiles. It's white and goes up.
You like this? An Irish coal mine. It's white that goes up.
Mike Newman fainted. We'll give him 2 points. Yes, Dave.
I'm giving him a chance.
All right, Mike, do you want a chance?
No,
No.
not unless you want. Not unless you want me to sing.
No, but I'll give you 2 points for not taking a chance. All right.
It's white and goes up. Mike,
They're trying to
say
get...
an Irish snowflake for God's sake.
What are you going to say,
An
Mike?
Irish snowflake.
6 points. Which leads us to the second one.
I
And
can't
the second...
keep up with all this, you know, really.
You're doing well there, Mike.
Pills are wearing off a bit.
Yes, whatever they were, they failed an hour ago. Now, it's second clue, second quickie expression is it's big and empty. Kenny Smiles, it's big and empty.
Bernard Manning live at the London Palladium.
Yes, sad to say, give him a point. Anybody else?
Bank of England.
Oh, no.
Hey, I tell you what.
Give him a couple of points.
Margaret Thatcher's in now, isn't she?
Yes.
It won't be long before our pockets are the same as her initials. But a benefit of Mike Newman.
No.
MT.
That gag is more complicated than the show.
Don't worry.
No, I take exception to the fact that he's just said about the Bank of England. I mean, Margaret Thatcher is doing her best, bless her. I mean, she's a bit confusing. It's the eyes, they're too close together. She looks like a coupling. But no, according to her, Britain is definitely on the way back, which means that in 5 years' time, it'll be 1974.
And you get another point for that.
And she reckons she's going to borrow all the money to pay off our debts.
Give him 2 more points. All right, then Mike Newman's got 12 points so far, very valiantly earned. 25 to Kenny Smiles and 30 points to Dave Ismay so far. Dave Ismay in the lead. Is away there. So, with tonight's star prize still in the offing, and we hope it'll be in the studio later, let's have another object. So if you put the headphones on, fellas, we should be able to tell everybody sitting in their cars, driving down the M6, as they turn around and go the other way.
Sammy Davis Jr.
Mike Newman's taking the headphones to pieces, I think. Trying to find a pair. And the next object is buttons. B-U-T-T-O-N-S, buttons. Okay, take the headphones off. Newman's fiddling around there. So we'll give Mike the first clue, and your first clue for this object is you don't often see square ones. That'll teach you to muck about.
You don't often see square ones, dear boy. Well, I certainly agree with that. It's a funny thing, you know, but, I have a friend. His name is, J. Noble Daggett. And he invents things, you know. I don't know what I'm talking about now, really.
It's close.
Pardon?
It's close.
He was trying to think. I know what you're thinking of. No, yes, I do. I'm clairvoyant. And I'm helping you again. No, he, in actual fact, invented the Irish aspirin. It gives you a headache.
Give him another point. And anyway, not quite. You got that clue, therefore. You don't often see square ones, Mike. We'll just think about it, and we'll go on to Kenny. And your clue, Kenny, is brown ones are popular.
Ah, that was the clue I should have had. Now, brown ones are popular. I know the answer to that one.
All right, then.
Eyes.
Yes?
Square ones, brown ones. Would you rather I left?
You're absolutely right, but it's not the right answer.
Never mind, don't worry about it.
I'm not. I'm going to wait and see what Kenny has to say about brown ones are popular.
Doctors. I tell you what, this is true. There's this big steelworks, you see, and this fella went in and he had a bit of steel in his eye. And the doctor said, look, we got this brand new invention. This is the invention Mike was thinking of. And it's a big magnet and it'll pull steel out of your eyes. So they put the magnet on his eye and staples and tin tacks and everything come out. He said, that's great. And as he walked away, his boots fell to bits.
He gets a couple more points, too. Now, Dave, your first clue.
What about the Irish woman went to the doctor to be sterilised, and he boiled her for 3 hours?
The same hospital that Mike was talking about, you know, the maternity ward in Ireland has a 10-month waiting list.
Another point for thinking it out. All right. Dave, your clue is that some people collect them. So far you don't often see square ones, brown ones are popular, and some people collect them.
Well, my wife's a great antique collector. She
Well, she got you.
Beautiful.
Sorry, my mouth open.
No, Lance, it's perfectly all right. I can just bet your teeth are happy when you're asleep.
Sorry, go on.
No, she collects antiques. She came home the other day with a beautiful Georgian record player and an Elizabethan card table with a genuine Formica top. Some people collect gags, only Kenny Smiles keeps forgetting it. Gags. Some people collect gags.
Gags is not the right answer, but it's a very close one. So we'll go on to Mike Newman's clue. Now, Mike, listen to this clue very carefully. There are special holes for them. They're not eyes, you see. There are special holes for them. You don't often see square ones. Brown ones are popular. Some people collect them. There are special holes for them. Now, Mike, I'm not going to give you any help at all, but what would you say is B-U-T-T-O-N-S?
Feet. Was it? I'm sorry.
Try it
was
again.
I near it?
Close.
Can I have another go?
Yes.
I wasn't near it. Just tell me, was I even near it?
No.
No, okay. I like honesty in people. That's the only honesty.
I'll help, Lance, I'll help. This is a shirt cuff.
Right.
Holding...
This is my hand.
That's right. What is
have a big
holding
mouth.
the two parts of the cuff together?
Ah, sleeve.
Threads?
Yes.
Threads.
No, not threads.
Not threads. Sorry.
No.
We're keeping you awake.
No.
Buttons, for God's sake, buttons.
Did you say buttons?
No, you didn't.
Oh, you just said buttons, didn't you?
But I did it for you.
Good thinking, kid.
All right, we'll divide the points between the pair of them. I've never seen such cheating. So there's 7 points between... They'll give three points to Dave.
It's very
and 4 points
confusing for Mike, that, because
I know. Anybody
someone
got-
bought him a pair of cufflinks and he went out and got his wrists pierced. You know.
You know,
3 more to
we're very
Dave.
lucky to have Dave here tonight, because he nearly had a bad accident last night, you know. He fell asleep in the bath. He was all right. He sleeps with his mouth open.
Give him 2 more. And now... Wait a minute. Sorry, Kenny.
A fellow went to the shop. He said, can I try those trousers on in the window? He said, no, you'll have to use the fitting room like everybody else.
Another point he gets. And now, the moment that Mike Newman's been waiting for, we come to the strains of music. And this music is very strange indeed, for we arrive at the magical Wits End musical round, in which parts of an ancient and crusty joke lie hidden in an assorted tune titles. The fellows will identify each tune for 2 points, and there'll be a word in every title, or maybe only part of a word, that'll build up to our hidden joke. All right, now, if you put the headphones on, fellas, I should be able to tell everybody the joke you're looking for. So put the other headphones on, Mike, if you like. And the joke, the old crusty joke, is... Why did the fashionable chicken cross the road? To try our new cape on. Told you it was old, you see, very old. Quite appalling. And if you take the headphones off, get your fingers on your buzzers, ready for the first tune coming up now. That was Mike Newman singing there. What was the answer?
This is a little song composed by Brendan B. and sister Les. Why do you love me?
Well, actually, it's Why Do I Love You, but I don't want an answer.
Well, it's
give you
very
2.
near, let's be fair.
Yes, I'll
It's
give you
only-
2 points.
It's only that way if you're left-handed. Why do you love
I'm not going to go into that now. The important thing is why do I love you to help you to walk.
Why? Why do I love you?
You'll find out in the next tune, which is
Why
coming up
do you
now, Michael Newman. And
Have
Kenny
you ever
Press-
seen a dream walking? Yeah, you.
Yes, I'll give it to you. Did you ever see a dream walking is the important
Well,
point.
I haven't actually, no, but...
No, but I knew
You
you'd
could
get
have,
it.
you know?
I knew you'd get it because it was the carpet music they generally play in your local disco. So we'll give you the 2 points.
I used to play a harp in the disco, you know.
Did you?
Yeah, it was in Sanpans. I left my harp in Sanpans disco.
Give him a point for good going.
Is a harp a piano with his clothes off?
2 points for revealing several musical things here. And we'll go on to the 3rd tune, folks. And there's a little silence there from the audience, but Mike Newman's going to have a plunge at it. That was the
I'm old-fashioned.
Yes, I know, but that's also the name of the tune. So
Exactly.
you get 2 points. So, actually, the word is not fashioned you're looking for. It's something like something with an adjective of fashion.
If we just get all the answers of the tunes right, do we get a point then?
Oh, you get 2 points anyway just now.
Yeah, because
Well
I don't actually quite understand what we're trying to do with them, you understand? But so long as I get the tunes right, I feel I'm sort of keeping my end of it up. You understand me?
done. Quite right.
Okay.
Give him a point for keeping
All
his end up.
broken, look.
Here's another. Mike, see if you and the others can guess this tune now.
the wrong thingy.
And bad luck, because Kenny Smiles like
It's his
him.
thing.
No.
Go on, Kenny.
Funky chicken.
No, wrong.
Almost right. What do you...
Turkey up the flu.
Well, the actual
Was
the
it not
tune...
turkey up the flu?
No, it was chicken reel, but you were
Well, I
close.
got chicken.
Chicken
I
up the
got
flu.
chicken.
He got chicken with
Well,
reel. I'll give you 2
it's a
points.
why did the chicken, isn't it? So it's
Yes.
got to be why did the chicken cross the road?
Why
Because
did
he
it-
saw
some-
Colonel Sanders coming in the opposite direction.
Oh, a point for advertising.
It's fashionable. Why did the fashionable
Yes.
chicken cross the
Oh,
road?
Yes.
To go in the music shop to get new drumsticks.
That's very close. Oh, yes. That's a dance I bet on the joke I've got written down here, so you can have 3 points for that, but there's not the right one.
Never put off till tomorrow what you can do today. Because if you enjoyed it today, you can do it again tomorrow.
Why did the fashionable chicken cross the road
Yes.
to try a new capon?
Absolutely right. We'll give you 5 points for that, because we got down as far as let me try again. So give him 5 points. Quite right.
People ask very stupid questions, you know. I got a pal of mine, he's broken his arm and it's all in bandages. And he's walking along and somebody says to him, "Hey, did you break your arm then?" He said, "No, I've just had it lagged for the winter."
Fantastic. And you get 8 points.
I tell you what,
It wasn't a very good joke, but you're so far behind, we want to make it
I
even.
thought it was quite a good one.
There's this drunk in the Nelson's column, and he's throwing a bit of wood into the fountain. And he says to the lion, "Fetch it, boy."
There's a fellow standing on the Nelson's column and he's looking up and he's shouting, "Don't jump!"
Get
Do
them
you know the
each.
pigeons fly upside down over Wales? They're keeping it for England.
Right, if you put the headphones on again, we'll try for one more object. Folks.
Right for one more object. I'm going to have to pay for that.
And the object this time is marriage, as in you can't get a divorce until you've had a marriage. So we'll wave to the folks, and we'll give the first clue to Dave Ismay, and the clue here is spiders don't have it.
Flies.
True, for 1
Funny
point.
thing, I was talking to a fisherman the other day. I said, it's fascinating, this fishing. I said, how do flies catch fish? He said, the buttons choke them.
There's 2 flies walking up a wall and one says to the other, he said, "Hey, your man is open."
Give him another point each. And your clue, Mike, your clue is you can get it by post.
Man is open.
You can get it by post, is your clue.
You can get it by post?
Yes, you can.
Well, I suppose, yes.
No doubt about it.
Anything
I'll
to
give
get
you a
another
point for being
percentage
so
off his
far out.
mortgage.
You've got nowhere near it. Never mind, Mike, you're getting closer. Kenny, your clue is if you've got more than one, it's criminal.
Actually, I passed up last week by the...
Every time I have my clue, I speak in Irish.
No, I just wanted to say this. I was driving through Leeds the other day and I passed up by the Leeds Permanent Building Society and somebody pulled it down. Go on, Kenny, get in there.
You know Mike Newman moved his bungalow 6 foot to take up the slack at his clothesline.
Sorry, Kenny, give him a point.
Mike
Then
actually
Kenny,
went to the
give him a
British
point.
Home Stores to buy a house. Incredible.
Sorry, what was the clue again?
The clue again is if you've got more than one, it's criminal.
Is it marriage?
Yes, that's right.
I tell you why. Because whenever we argue, my wife and I, she gets historical. Not hysterical, historical. She brings up the past. And I tell you what I did, this is true, this. I went to this brothel. Well, that's where they make soup. To this house of ill repute, and I said, I want a big fat woman with cross eyes, nose like a blind cobbler's thumb, no teeth, fag hanging out the side of her mouth, and her stockings rolled down to her ankles. He said, "Al, you are kinky." I said, "No, I'm homesick."
All right, give him a couple more points. Dave.
Yeah, because to have more than one marriage is criminal. It's the word for someone who's done that is a bigamist.
Right.
Only my wife thinks a bigamist is an Italian fog.
Oh, yes.
A bigamist.
I like it. Very
I
clever.
have a friend,
for
he
point.
thinks the Encyclopedia Britannica is a British-made bicycle.
Actually, Ralph, good God. A Freudian slip there. No, my wife is... I've had a go at her on these shows, and believe it or not, we I call her Treasure, mainly because when we're out, somebody says, "Where the hell did you dig that up from?"
I'm only
Give him
joking,
2 more
actually.
points.
I've got the best wife in the world. Trouble is, her husband wants her back.
And that is all the time we have for this week, aren't you pleased? So let's have one last look at the scoreboard. The score is Mike Newman's got 56, 63 to Dave Ismay, and 67 to Kenny Smiles, who wins. Yeah, today. Well done, Kenny. Kenny has just landed a new starring role in a new film which has been made about a lift operator who's always running people down. So that's it until next week, when by some startling atmospheric freak on the airwaves, it's perfectly possible we'll be back again. Until then, bye.
That was Wits End, and the wits were Dave Ismay, Mike Newman and Kenny Smiles, with Lance Percival keeping his end up. The game was devised and compiled by Graham Dakin and the producer, Danny Greenstone.